Welcome to this edition of Proofreading Tips by Mark Schultz, the word refiner. Words have meaning, and spelling makes a difference. Today we have another set of quadruple homophones. I understand how important it is to have an error-free manuscript. With over 40 years of experience, I have found that homophones give almost every writer problems. Because we sound words out in our mind, it is easy to write the wrong word for the context. Let us not forget about typographical errors also. A slip of the finger on the keyboard can create a different word that may not be caught by a spell checker. It can be correctly spelled, but not appropriate for the context. There are many groups of words that vary by only one letter. For example, must, mist, and most. These three words have vowels that are beside each other on the keyboard. An easy mistake to make. The correctly spelled word in the wrong context will not be flagged by most spell checkers. Word Refiner is dedicated to uprooting all of these invisible errors and providing your document free of spelling errors that you want and deserve. I find spelling errors in 95% of published books. I read a lot. I put up over 50 book reviews every year. Now, on to today's episode. 4 words, quadruple homophones, Hoard, 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 and Hoard. The first, Hoard, Hoard, is a very old word. The first known recorded use is before the 12th century. It seems to have Germanic roots and has traveled through Old English to arrive to us in the modern day. Widely used for hundreds of years, it works as both a noun and verb in modern English now. A hoard is a collection of items of a highly desired nature set aside or stored for future use. To hoard is to stockpile or store items for an anticipated future need. Extreme hoarding is now considered a severe psychological issue and the subject of multiple programs on television. Someone's sickness is now our entertainment. Hoard, Horde, is another old word. Its first known use is in 1555. It has come to us from Turkey and has been modified in the Polish language. It originally identified nomadic Asiatic groups of people wandering around Asia. Modern usage is typically as a derogatory remark about a group of people. For example, a horde of relatives descended upon the sickly billionaire when he was announced as entering hospice. It can also refer to a pack or swarm of animals, such as a swarm of mosquitoes descended upon George as soon as he left the house. Hoard, Hoared, is another ancient word. The first known use of Hoar, Hoar, is before the 12th century. The first known use as an adjective goes all the way back to the late 13th century. Hoarfrost. It describes a feathery appearance, whitish or light gray in color. Its origin seems to be Old Norse and is thought to refer to gray or white hair as deserving respect. Our last one, Hoard, Whored, is the past tense and past participle of whore, Whore. This word generally refers to a person who degrades themselves for personal gain, such as divulging secrets for money. More specifically and most commonly, whore refers to a woman or man who gives sex for money. There they are, 4 words with identical sounds. If you use the wrong word, your reader might think they tripped on an unseen bump while reading and lose the momentum you worked so hard to create. Use every tool available to prevent that from happening. Do not give your readers a reason to abandon your story. Use beta readers, critique partners, editors, and proofreaders, such as Word Refiner, to ensure that your work is error-free and as smooth reading as possible. Thank you for watching this episode of Proofreading Tips. Feel free to leave a comment or ask a question. Thank you, Sarah, for hosting me on your channel. Remember, words have meaning and spelling makes a difference. I am Mark Schultz, your Word Refiner.